Welcome to Feast on Torah, Verse of the Day, a place where we grow in faith, wisdom, and truth through the Word of Yah. This is an encouraging word for you today, reminding you that nothing is too hard for Yah when faith meets the impossible. Today's verse is a powerful reminder of who our Creator is. From Jeremiah 32:27, Yah asks a question we all need to answer. Behold, I am Yahweh, the Elohim of all flesh. Is anything too hard for me? Could you let that sink in for a moment? The Creator of heaven and earth is asking you, is there anything I can't handle that is going on in your life right now? The prophet Jeremiah spoke these words while imprisoned, and the historical context is about Jeremiah's faith in chaos. Jeremiah prophesied during a time of national crisis. Babylon was invading Judah, and Jerusalem was under siege. Yah instructed Jeremiah to buy land in a city about to be destroyed. Why? It was a prophetic act of faith, symbolizing that the Most High Yah would restore what seemed lost. This is where Jeremiah 32:27 says, "Is anything too hard for me?" Israel was about to be overtaken by Babylon. Everything looked hopeless. Yet Yah told Jeremiah to buy land as a promise of restoration. It made no sense to the human mind, but Yah declared, "Is there anything too hard for me?" The lesson to learn in this verse is that Yah doesn't need your circumstances to defy Him, because whether it looks good or bad to you, nothing is too hard for Him to deliver you from. What does too hard mean? The Hebrew word for hard in Jeremiah 32:27 is pala, which means wonderful, marvelous, miraculous. Yah isn't just saying, I can lift heavy things. He's saying, nothing is beyond my power to make happen miraculously. This includes turning hearts, restoring health, rebuilding families, or reviving dead dreams. When we cross-reference scriptures, you will see the consistent truth in the Torah. For example, Genesis 18:14. Is anything too hard for Yahweh? Spoken to Sarah about bearing Isaac. Luke 1:37. For nothing shall be impossible with Yah. Angel to Mary. Job 42:2. I know that you can do all things. No purpose of yours can be thwarted. So the word for you today is to remember that Yah's power is not just for ancient times. It's for you today. Here is your faith challenge for today. What have you stopped praying for because it seems impossible? What have you given up on because time has passed? What are you avoiding because it looks too broken? Time for a truth check. The size of the problem doesn't change the power of the promise giver. Faith means trusting Yah, not after He acts, but while it still looks impossible. Let us look at what this reveals about Yah. He is the Elohim of all flesh, meaning all creation is under His authority. He is not limited by time, circumstance, or human logic. He works through impossible situations to display His glory, and His glory alone. Genesis 18:14. Is anything too hard for Yahweh? Spoken to Sarah before Isaac was born. This is Yah's repeated question throughout Scripture, and He is asking you to apply this to your life. That task that you have to do is not impossible to do, because the Creator of heaven and earth is right there to help you. Are you facing a situation that feels impossible? Financial stress, family conflict, sickness, delayed dreams? Yah says, trust me. What is impossible for man is not impossible for me. Take up the challenge, today. Instead of asking, can it be done? Start asking, can Yah do it? The answer is always yes, and yes, and yes again. You might not see the whole picture now, but know this. Yah is still writing on your story. What looks like an ending may be the beginning of something miraculous. Remember Jeremiah 32:27. I am Yahweh, the Elohim of all flesh. Is anything too hard for me? The answer is simple. No, nothing is too hard for Yah. The mountains in your life are valleys to the Most High. When Yah says not yet. Sometimes the hard thing isn't the problem, it's the timing. Yah delays are not to deny you, but to develop you in your faith. Abraham waited 25 years for Isaac. Joseph waited 13 years in prison before being raised up, and Yahoashi waited 30 years to begin his ministry. Don't confuse waiting with withholding. Yah is preparing you for the promise. You might not see the whole picture now, but know this, Yah is still writing your story. What looks like an ending may be the beginning of something miraculous. Remember Jeremiah 32:27. I am the Yahweh, the Elohim of all flesh. Is anything too hard for me? The answer is simple. No. Nothing is too hard for Yah. If this verse encouraged you today, please like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs hope. Keep on believing, keep trusting, and keep feasting on the Torah. Shalom.